Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day so far today. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please type the number 1 in the comment section. Let me know that you can. I would truly appreciate it. And as you do, keep in mind that everything we look at today is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. And if you like what you see, make sure you follow along with the various social platforms that we have, not only here on YouTube or whatever platform you're on, but we've got a list. So we'll put them down in the link below on the YouTube comments where you can get access to all of those social platforms and kind of check out what we're doing. So morning, Eric. Good morning, Robert. T-Chess, good morning. John, good to see you again. Derek, good morning. All right. Let's go ahead and jump in, guys. So we just had unemployment report come out. So let's go take a look at the futures. All right, so here we are on the E-mini for the ES, which is the S&P 500. Here's the 835 candle, right, which means this candle here ended at 830. This one that is up right now ends at 835. You see we had a bit of a movement around it. Nothing great, right? We're not looking at unemployment any longer as, oh, my God, we're in such grave danger. We've got 20%. We don't have that to worry about anymore. So unemployment is not as big of a deal anymore. It will be as things as some other things kick in now as this war continues on and how many businesses are being affected. I mean, look, hey, what happened yesterday in New Jersey? The governor or whomever came out and said, you know, if you own a Lukoil, which is a Russian-owned entity, if you own a Lukoil business here in New Jersey, yeah, you can't have oil any longer. It's like, what? You can't sell gas? So a guy that lives in New Jersey, he's not a Russian nationalist. Right? He lives in Jersey. One of the guys on the news saying, I got 16 employees. What happens? And they said, well, we're going to take care of the employees. What about the business owner? What about that guy? What did he do? I understand. But there are going to be ramifications is what I'm getting at from this, right? So unemployment looks like we're pulling back a little bit now. We're still up about 9 points on ES, right? When it comes to the YM, we kind of flattened off there, waiting for the this report, the unemployment report. We're up 82 on the Dow. On the NQ, the NASDAQ, we're only up about 6 points. Goodness gracious, I remember the days when the NASDAQ only moved 6 points a day. Now we look at like 70 points we want to see, 100 points. So on the Russell, the RTY, we're still up about 4.5. It hasn't really given anything back with this announcement. Bitcoin has come down a little bit. From where it had been, right? A little bit of a drift down today. We're down about 100 points. Nothing crazy on a Bitcoin. Ethereum, we're down 30 points, all right? So you can see it's a little choppier on Ethereum than it is on BTC, on the Bitcoin. As far as gold goes, we're up 11 points on gold. Again, not surprising. I think you're going to see more flight to safety. The more news that comes out, the more garbage that happens from this war, you're going to see more flight to safety. So heading into gold. And then crude oil in the last couple of minutes has taken a big dip down. We're still up $1.67, but we're at $112 a barrel. We were up at 116 in the overnight session, just about 116. There are calls out right now stating that they believe oil hits 130 in the near future. I mean, guys, that's, you know, if we're at 110 right now, that's $20. 20 on 110, that's what, 17, 18% increase? Call it a 20% increase. The other day, I don't remember who it was in California, had said that they were paying $5 a gallon for gas. You put another 20% on top of that, that's a $6 a gallon gas. Guys, you know, can we afford this? You know, no, we cannot. Don't get me wrong. The wealthy, yeah, it's an annoyance, but they're not going to have a problem. Someone that is struggling to pay the bills before COVID hit and got all this extra money. It was great. We had more money, more people buying houses, and it was awesome. Now, what? 62% of people in this country are saying, yeah, I can't afford to pay my bills right now. That's a problem, right? And this price of gas, crude, is going to be a major issue, right? TG, thank goodness I locked in our oil contract when gas was way back in December, when gas was oil was at a much better price point. I locked in my entire year. Paul said some remote gas stations already over $6 for 87 octane. Is that California, Paul? Where are you at? It's nuts, because it could also be Florida on a regular day. The one gas station right before the airport has no price on the pump, and when you put that credit card in, it racks you up $2 or $3 higher than everybody else. But they're the last one. All right, so crude oil still pushing down. I wouldn't mind seeing it come down a little bit further. Let's go take a look at some trades from yesterday. Let me know how you did in your trades as well. Yeah, Paul said it is Southern California is where he's at. So let me know how your trades did yesterday. Drop them in. Remember, this community is all about sharing. Sharing is caring, right? Let others know what you're doing so others can see that it is possible and generate some ideas and some thoughts in the communication. I love when each of you are talking to each other back and forth in here. I think it's the greatest thing out there when the group is helping each other, not just me. I'm facilitating it, but y'all are helping each other with it. So let's go take a look at what we came up with from yesterday. So First Solar was one of them. FSLR. Right? We had them down for a bear call spread. And I said a bear call spread above 76. Right? Now, that was a big move up for them. It really took a little bit of time and work to get a whopping 10 cents out of this yesterday for the 76, 77. It was a lot of shucking and jiving to get a 10% rate of return on this. Closed it out near the end of the day for a penny or so. So that was a great trade, great setup, great exit. You know, I'm very happy with First Solar. So they had earnings come out and they weren't good, right? The only other one we did was SoFi, SOFI, and I had check marks next to that one. They got an upgrade from Bank of America, and I was looking for a naked put below 11.5. So we gapped up on SoFi. Let me max that screen. We gapped up on SoFi yesterday, and we failed immediately. I mean, within seconds, we're dropping in there. So I watched it. We got till right around 11 o'clock or so as we got a pop above, where was it? Here, 11:05. We got a pop above our moving average there because we had clustered and we were hanging and bumping our head on the close over and over again on this 8 moving average, close of the candle, and just barely getting above. Well, when we finally broke out of that cluster, it's a pressure cooker trade. We finally broke out of that cluster. Right there was the entry. And I did the 11, not the 11. What did I say? Below 11.5. So 11 is below 11.5. We got 20 cents for it on SoFi. And if we look at the $11 put right now, it's 17 cents is the current price. So we're still in that trade. We did not exit out of it. If we start to violate today and start breaking down some of these levels here, we're going to look at potentially exiting that trade. We'll call it a day, right? But it's up. Where is it now? It's down 2 cents. So it's kind of flat. I'm good with that, right? Because that's the idea behind a naked put is when you sell, you get paid. And if you sell a put, the stock goes down. I'm sorry, the stock goes up, you make money. The stock goes sideways, you make money. Stock goes down a little bit, stays above 11, we make money, right? So it looks like not a lot of trades went off for you guys yesterday. Paul said 2% long put on Adobe. Nice. There you go. Guys, go ahead, drop them in. If there's others, I'll read them out. But with that, let's go ahead and take a look at today's candidates. Right, and I had one last minute addition on here, which was AEO. So I didn't get a chance to go in today and build out a separate watch list for the candidates, but we'll just type them in as we've done before in the past. So BBY is our very first one. They were earnings. Of course, they are up, right? So we go and look at BBY. Actually, let me get this full list here so I already see my Fibit in there. We can get rid of this. Come on, just uncheck it. That's all I want to do. Just take it off. All right. So on BBY, we're up to 106 right now. So we had a nice channel set up in here. I'm going to actually back this channel up. And let's snap a fib on here instead because we've got a really great move in there. Not really what we want there. That's the better place to draw from. So what are we looking at here? So we're up at 106 right now, which is right above that 105.73. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 105. And I need the stock to stay above 106. All right. So that is BBY. BURL is next. Burl. Let's go back here. Go to Burl, which is Burlington, right? So earnings, obviously not good, right? They're down. So they're down $26. Again, that big a move. What do we got for percentage? 11%. There's almost 0% chance we will fill this gap in before expiration date, monthly expiration, almost 0% chance, tiny percent. But the thought that we're going to actually get up to 235 or to be able to find a trade above that 235 is tough. So let's go look at Burl and see where Burl is at. So we've violated on the close that negative 618. So we're going to switch our fib over, or a new fib over to here on Burl. 6 to 27 is 21 points. We don't need a fib in there. Okay. But we probably need one on the downside. So 83 to 107. So 83, that's 17 and 7 is 24. Yeah. So we need a negative 136 in there. We barely made it by without needing the 118, but the 136, I knew we would just be too close. All right, so 195. So we're right now at 207. So where are we? Right above the 206.70 level. Go figure, right? So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 228. That means 228 or above, you could use that level there. And on Burlington, on Burl, we have 250 increments. So if we're saying above 228, we're actually going to be at 230 then is going to be our next one. So to be 230, 232 and a half is what we're going to be looking at for Burlington, for Burl. All right. Next is Intel, INTC. Downgrade from JP Morgan. INTC. Nope, not what I wanted to do. That's a comparison. INTC. There we go. It's unscrunched. Let's bring it back. Okay. Fib has been violated, so we definitely need a new fib here. So let's pull this one back. We're going to draw here. We're going to check for Fibbits. This is the process, guys. And if you want to learn more about this process, there's a free training that we do on tradinglikeaboss.com on Fibonacci. Sean, can you drop that link in there for us, please? So we're looking at $3, 43 to 46. I don't need Fibbits in there. Okay. So right now, we need to get a price on Intel pre-market. INTC. Let's see. Right now, we're at $47.88. We'll call it $49, right? So we got just below that 48.66 level. JP Morgan, big firm for the downgrade, right? So we'll look at a bear call spread above 49. And the stock needs to be below 48. Okay. Kroger. We had them on our list. Wasn't yesterday. I think it was the day before. They had an upgrade or something on them. Earnings out on Kroger. Let's see how they're doing pre-market. KR. Right? So Kroger is up in pre-market. Right? Not bad. Where are they? 279. They're up right now. Right? Which puts them at 52 in jingle. So, all right. All right. So here's the issue we're running into. We broke through the 1 at this point. I don't have another fib in there drawn anywhere to reference back to. When I went back and looked back here, I didn't have a lot back here. We're actually going to draw a fib right now off of this older pattern that's in here, okay, which had been violated, right? But this older pattern now gives us some interim levels to work off of. So we're sitting at 52.17. There's a 51 right there. So we're still above that, but we've got 53.31 above our head. So we're going to be looking at a bull put spread if we're at 53. So I'm going to use the 50. I'm going to use this level. So we're going to do a bull put spread below 50, right? Even though we have a 51 level we could work off of, I prefer to use today's fibs or the most recent fib than actually step back and go to an older one, right? Let's see. Right, on SoFi, Paul, I didn't enter until that 11:05 candle, correct. Yep. Evelyn rather said, had a backward day, 2 trades, lost 4%. Every single paper trade was a loser. 7 trades down 6% average per trade. All right, you get those days, right? And then John said, no trading yesterday, have some covered calls for the week. There we go. That's perfect, right? That's absolutely perfect. So I get it, guys. I just want to make sure we keep this community going because that's where we're getting some phenomenal. And you can send an email to support@wealthbuildershq.com. We are getting some phenomenal feedback from here. So I love what we're seeing, and it's all because of the communication that's going on with you guys, not just from me. So, all right, on Kroger, we've got our answer. WB is the next one. Whew, that's a interesting chart, huh? So WB earnings on WB, they're up $1.57 right now. So, which may not really matter in the grand scheme of things. I might not care. So there's the fib. Let's see, what did we do there? Actually, there's where it's going to go right there. We got close enough to that 236 level. So we're good. We'll do the scrunchy scrunch. $25 to $35. I need a fib at 30. All right. So I need the -136 and the 118. And guys, don't worry if you can't decipher that quick enough, as quick as I can when you look at it, and it takes you 10 seconds to do it. So what? The important thing is that you get the level on there. So right now we're sitting at 29. So we're right in between. We're right in between our 2 fib lines there. So we're going to be looking at a bull put spread below 28. We're going to do below 27. Below 27. I need the price to be above 28. All right. Let's go look at snow. And drop, guys, this is the point where you drop your candidates in that you want me to take a look at. I only have one more left after snow, and that'll be our last candidate. So make sure to drop in the ones that you want me to check out for you. All right, let's go over to TradeStation and put in snow. We're down $50 on snow. So the snow is coming down. Wow. Okay. So let me just go back and look at a bigger picture. Snow on their IPO, folks, ran up here to 429. And right now it's at 264. Even back here on the run up, Snow had ran into that 405 level before failing. And it has been an interesting ride, to say the least. And now they're down another $50. Woo! Dang. And they said the huge revenue growth slowed down taking place. So they're down at $215 right now. So let's do the scrunch key. Actually, let's do this first. Let's get to an F4, 3. Okay. Now let's do the scrunch. Right? And let's check and see if we need fibbits first. So we're looking at 198 and 233. So 98, 08, 18, 28 is $30. So 35. We don't need fibbits on these. Okay. And if we're sitting at 214, that puts us, oh, but you know what we do need? A 200-point level. So instead of doing it all over again and doing things such as changing the color, changing the style, I just double click on an existing line, it duplicates it, and I just change the price on that level. So here's our 200. We're at 215. We're going to look at a bear call spread above 233. And we have 250 increments, which means we've got to go up to 235. All right. So it's going to be interesting to see what the 235 is worth today when it was $35 yesterday. Wow. Okay. Someone getting slapped today. All right, the last one is AEO. Nope, AEO. All right, so American Eagle. We're down $1. It was on earnings. All right, let's see. That puts us down at $20. Tougher when you get these lower price stocks at that are down, right? Naked puts easy on the upside, right? But on the down, it's just tough. All right, so the fibs had not been violated yet on close on the negative 618. So we're down at $20.32. We're over here, right? We need to be a bear call spread above 22. Now, these have 50-cent increments, so you'll have a lot of wiggle room to play with these. All right? All right, that was my last one. Let me see what you guys got, and let's go rock on like Donkey Kong. All right, Derek is asking for a Tesla. Right? Elon Musk out bashing Biden again today. How dare you not mention us? Right? And you mentioned other automakers, and I agree with them. They are the leader. So Tesla right now, let's look at pre-market and see where it's at. So Tesla's up a little bit right now, 11 cents. So really not a whole lot. It's 880 right now is price. So we're just above that 876. Our moving average is 878, the green one, 21. So you can look at a potential bullish entry up to that 946, right? Retest the 876 and bounce, and good. If we break the 876 to the downside, though, right? And you got Derek, John, Jose are all asking on Tesla. If you break to the downside, retest the 876 and fail. And guys, that's the opportunity right there for the bearish entry, right? That's the one. So hope that helps on Tesla. Let me know. John's also asking for W Day. Let's see how they're doing in the pre-market. So I'm not getting a print on them pre-market. So I don't know if they've actually started trading or not. Let's see. This was yesterday. Yeah, so they do trade in pre-market. I'm just not seeing a print on it right now. Actually, we are. See those faint little blue lines? That is pre-market trading. There's nothing there. There's no price on it. Nothing that it's showing us. Okay, so if we go back and look then purely off of the daily chart on W Day, what is it telling us? Well, if we're flat right now, we're in a bullish bias. We're not true bull on this, John, but we are bullish. Okay, so you can take an aggressive trade. For us in power option plays, that would mean 4 contracts, right? Come back and retest the 45-44 level and bounce. You've got 252 as your first resistance, all right? And then 259 is your second resistance, right above that. Right? On the downside, you got that 245.44. So you're probably going to be down about 242, 243 is going to be your stop on this one. So I hope that helps. Let me know. Who else? Let's see. I think that was the only ones for W Day. Erica's asking for Facebook, FB. So my little old Italian mother-in-law, love her to death, right? Have an amazing relationship. For her, Facebook is Facebooka. Facebooka. Oh, you're on the Facebooka, right? But then again, this is a woman, and she's born in Italy, right? Came here in her early 20s. Her English is okay. She understands, right? Her accent is still there, of course. But when we got married, my wife's our maid of honor, her name was Hope. My mother-in-law calls it the marijuana. She can't say maid of honor. It's marijuana. That's what she hears, right? So Facebook is up 49 cents right now. So guys, we just cannot break above that 209.90 level. So we're sitting at 208.60. I'm still a bear on this one. Until we break that 209.90, retest and bounce, I'm going to play this one as a bear. So move me up towards that 210 and fail, and you got 200 as the downside. All right, let's look at Apple. Let's go look at them. PM, pre-market. They're up 92 cents. right? Which is good since they're closing Apple stores in Russia and all this crazy stuff. They're also talking about how bad chip production is going to become and shortages and so forth. So right now they're up at 167.5. So we're right about that 21 moving average. This is a tough one for me. You only have room down to 165.5. You have room up to 169, and you're at 167.5. I really would love to see this break the 169, retest and bounce, and then I'd look at a potential entry, or break the 165.5, retest and fail, and I'd look at the bearish entry. Right? So I hope that helps you, Erica, on both of those. Let me know. Chris is asking for CVX. Gee, I wonder what CVX has to do with this type of marketplace. Go figure. Right? So they're down today, $1.64. Right? Now, they've had some great run in the last couple of days, and their earnings were way back here. Nothing to do with the earnings, all to do with Russia. Right? So we need to add some more fib lines on here. So we're going to add a negative 1.618. Whoops, it was right there. Negative 1.618. 43 to 58 is 15. I need a fibit in there. So let's pull this out to the right. Let's split. All right, we're down at 152, 150.5 is support. So you don't have a lot of room to the downside. If you can get the bounce off the 50.5 up, bounce would be up, right? If you get the bounce, then you've got room up to 158. If you get the fail and the retest and the drop, you're looking at 143 as your support level there. So hope that one helps you, Chris. Let me know. Trip's asking for Micron. MU. So they were in a bullish bias yesterday. This morning they are down 61 cents. No harm, no foul, right? So just for kicks and giggles, we're still moving to the upside on all the futures. Actually, very nicely right now. All right, so let's go back over here. Let's go back over here. Okay. So Micron is down 62 cents to 92.5. We'll call it, Trip. So let's see, 89 and 95. That gives us 7 points. We don't need a fib in there. So we're still right about that midpoint, though, about that 92 half level in their, Trip. So it's a tough trade. I really want it back at the 89 or breaking the 95, right? Use pivot points intraday to find a key entry. Other than that, I would be cautious on it. Hope that helps, Trip. Let me know. T-Chess is asking for Baba. B-A-B-A. Baba. Babaloo. All right, they're up 76 cents right now. That puts them at 106.18. I've got resistance at 108.70. And I've got a confluence of the 8 moving average right there. It's probably about 15% of this overall channel. So a really nice level of where the 8 is in relation to the moving average. I mean, the 8 moving average in relation to the fib line. So if we can move back up to the 108.70-ish level, 109, 108, somewhere in there, and fail, we're looking at 100 as the downside target, which is nice. All right. I love that on big stocks like this. On low price, the $100 stocks. QQQ. Linda is asking for. So let's see. So where are the Qs? So we're at 349 right now on the Qs. So we pushed up to the 347 yesterday. 349, 350, 349, 3/4 is our 21 moving average. So I wouldn't mind us getting above that. You've got room up to that 355.5. It's not huge room, but it is the Q. So you get $3, $4. Home run. Home run. I hope that helped, Linda. Let me know. Joel said, your thoughts on a long call swing trade on USO. USO, so which is US oil, right? So, yeah, I mean, the move has already happened, right? We went from 50, we're up at 75. It's an astronomical move. It's not the best VTOP. Actually, let's see. I was thinking here, saying it's not the best VTOP, but that's a killer VTOP right there. All right, so let's use that. Let's see, 65 to 70 is $5. Yeah, I'm going to put Fibbits on both ends. I'm going to split those level in half, which means I need the negative 136. And you can see it pops in the black line right here. And then the 118 is going to pop in below right here. All right, we'll click OK. All right. So right now, if we go and look at USO, wrong button. So I don't need my email open. We look at USO. They're down right now to 73. We'll call it 74. They're down at 74. So I like it. So here's the thing, right? When we're looking at USO, Joel, it's all predicated on what's going on with Russia. So that swing trade is awesome until Russia does what the rest of the world wants. Stops the war, the conflict stops, and there's conversations going on, whatever it is, right? Whatever happens, somebody takes Putin out, whatever it is, and his own oligarch may be looking at some of that stuff right now with some of what they're dealing with. So, and as long as that doesn't happen, you're fine. So it is more of a speculative trade. So I'm all for taking a trade like this, but as an aggressive trade, meaning less dollars and or contracts in that trade. All right. So I hope that helps. Mike's asking for, let me know if it did, Joel. Mike's asking for CVS. Some of our regulars aren't here today. I kept them too late last night in our advanced training for power option plays, our mastering the trade. All right, Mike, let's look at CVS. Let's see where they're going intraday. CVS, right? So same thing, just a bunch of dashes. Like they haven't really printed anything yet this morning as far as a trade. But from the bias, they're bullish. It's not a true bull, but we're close enough to take an aggressive trade. We're at what? Well, right now it shows 104.43 last price. So you got room up to 106.5. I would look at a stop somewhere down below that 103.85. So it's not big room. If you get above the 106.5, 6 and 5 is 11. We're good. You got 111 as your next upside target. So I do like that. I think if Biden comes out and does what he said with vaccines, get a test for COVID, you're positive, the pharmacy can say, here's the prescription drug, take this, right? I think that will be a huge boost for places like a CVS that do very heavily do the COVID shots. All right. Evelyn's asking for SPY. So SPY. Right now, it's up to 441.5. It's up $3.50. Right. So let's see. So where are we? 441.5. We just got above that 441 level. I would like us, Evelyn, to get a little bit higher. If we can make that move up slightly higher, retest and bounce, you've got room up to 447. So really nice opportunity there. Check the intraday, check the pivot points, but you definitely have a nice potential setup here. And it also is giving us a confluence of the 21 moving average with that 382 fib line. So nice setup there. Andres is asking for NVIDIA. Let's see where they are in the PM pre-market. And I typed in PM. Go figure. Oh, goodness gracious, Rob. So we're up $2 to 244. All right. So 244, we're right. So we're right at resistance there. It still puts us in a bearish neutral bias. I really would want to see that move up to maybe 246.7, pull back to the 244 and bounce. And if you're a breakout trader, you go for it. But 244.27 is the pivotal level, the most important level on the chart. It's purple, right? Not because it's my favorite color. Green is my favorite color. Not because it's my favorite color, but because of it being a 618 fib line. Let's see. Good. Joel said, thank you. And I had the same thoughts. And many of you putting thanks there, and I greatly appreciate it, right? I'm just running right down our list. I'm not even getting to the comments there, but I appreciate you guys letting me know that it's helpful. Thank you. Last one, Mike's asking for M, which is Macy's. All right, so Macy's is up 16 cents right now this morning at 26.35. So this is an easy one for me to look at, right, Mike? Look at this thing. 26.49 again and again and again and again and again. We're slamming our head against it. Look at the moving averages, the horizontal lines in there. See the word I said, horizontal? Moving averages should not be horizontal. They should be going up or down. The reason they're going sideways is there's no movement. You need movement for moving averages to work. So we don't really have that here. With that being said, we're not seeing a big fail off of that 2649 level, right? When we do drop, we're only dropping about halfway through, which puts us to about, I don't know, 24.75, right? Give or take. And that's about where we are. Look at my line. It's about the middle. I'm not looking at the charts. I'm looking at the distance of the 2649, 2296. That's about the middle. Now look at the line and see where it hit. Don't make it hit where you want. Look at where it goes first and then look at what's going on. All right. And that right there is where I would take a bearish entry down to 2490. You just don't have a big move, right? This is a pressure cooker building up. If we do get the break to the upside, there's going to be a nice potential up. I think you can move to that next fib level in a fairly quick fashion. All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, folks. I will see you at our next update. All right. Bye for now.